In this video, you'll see how we mark out a field to get it ready to plant our trees. We like to have the trees in nice even rows so that we can mow in both directions.
The object is to space these trees 5 feet between them, 6.5 feet between the rows. I used the tape measure to put these down, but not quite accurate enough. Some of them buried 6 inches, so I came up with this piece of iron, exactly 5 feet long, and I set the spacing with this. Much more accurate than my eye had been.
This is Michael at Highland Hill Farm, and these are emerald greens that we've just planted. And there's probably, what, 400 or 500 in here, Mike?
I think it's 350.
350. And we just planted them. The weather is 95 degrees. It's real hot and dry. You can plant these even when it's hot and dry, but what you have to do if you do plant them in this hot weather is you have to have a way to water them. And on the truck here, we have irrigation. We call this Netafim. It has a small wafer in the tubing. It's a 1/2 inch tubing, and it has a little wafer in it that drips water out of the tubing as the pressure builds. And it's a very effective way to water. It's a little difficult to find the wafer because they're sort of hidden, but here's the wafer right there. And it just will drip, drip, drip right out of there at a rate of about 1/2 gallon an hour or so. And it's so easy to hook up, and all we'll do is we'll bring a water tank over, and then the whole field will be watered all at once. The emerald greens can be planted in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York without any problems in most locations. They just can't take a lot of wet soils, or they can't take a soil that has salt marsh water in it. They also like full sun, no partial shade, and they do grow well in clay, but make sure if it's wet clay, like it has wet areas in it, that you elevate the tree when you plant them. They'll grow about 6 to 8 inches a year, and they're easy to grow. And you plant them 3 foot on center, just as you see how we've done here. What we did to plant them on center here is we just put a string down, and then we dug them in by hand. And you can do the same. If you have any questions about emerald greens, you can call Michael Hurst at 267-446-2376. This is Highland Hill Farm in Bucks County, PA.